Greetings fellow captains, welcome back, Rosgrease Gaming with another video, and today we have the Tier 5 Premium that you all can get for free or pay for, the Oktyabrskaya Revolutsiya. Now, I want to apologize in advance if I say that wrong, but multiple times I've been practicing this non-stop. Oktyabrskaya Revolutsiya, or Oktyabrskaya Revolutsiya. I know the last name is correct. Sure, Revolutsiya. This is Tier 5, basically looking like the Nikolai. Now, there is a difference. This ship is real. Nikolai was a paper ship. They designed it, but she never really came out. This ship was built, and with her, she has a few changes compared to her sister ship there, in a way, Nikolai. First off, she's a Tier 5. Number 2, she has a buffed AA. You can see all over this ship, and definitely added stuff to this ship. So we'll get over this stuff because this is a different ship altogether. First off, you're getting currency containers every time you win a match, once per day. But that's going to go away soon. But the question is now for everybody, is this worth the grind? Is this ship worth it for the free thing other than the free goodies? Because if you're getting just the free goodies, that's worth your while. Well, let's get over this. First off, let's go say the health is 42,500. Now, bear with the Halloween camo, guys. 44,000. Let's just get rid of that camo altogether, even though it's really badass looking. Just so it gets people's heads off of that. It stops confusing them. 44,800. So, you have a less of a health pool compared to the Tier 4. You do have less armor, and your torpedo protection is way less. So already there's a few strikes against her. Her artillery, she has 4 of the 305s again. But the difference is, as you can see, secondary armament says here, 20, the single 130s. This has only got 10, and they're 120s. You can see on the ship tiers here, this could have been another turret here, another turret here. So there's 2 that were chopped out here and here as well. So there could have been more gun placements here on this ship, but they were removed. But that's part of the story. The firing range did go up. Makes sense and should be there. However, there is a little bit of something good. You actually have AA guns. And not a little. Nikolai, you only have 4 single 7.62s and 2 single 63.3s. This, you have 12 single 12.7s. You got 2 quad 12.7s. Of the Vicker guns, you have 16 37s, 1 single quad 37, 6 single 76s, 1 dual 76, and 2 dual 76s of type 81Ks, which are right there. You got 39K up here on the nose. You got these single ones up here. You got this quad one right in the front here. So you're covered in AA guns all over the place of this thing. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to have problems. They're going to get shredded away. But that doesn't go for the whole story there as well. Your detectability course, 13.3. Air detectability, 9.8. Assured detectability by range is 2.2 kilometers. And air detectability after firing the guns through the smoke is 10.5. Now, I'm sure everybody's going, what the hell is all that? If you've been playing the World Warships the past couple days, you know about this. If you don't, we'll get into this very, very quickly, very, very rough and fast. Because of the smoke meta that's been in the game for so long, they decided to do is change whatever the size your guns go, your detectability in firing through that smoke is your detectability bloom. For example, this ship, if you fire 10.5 kilometers, you're spotted. If you're in Leningrad and you're in your smoke, it's 2.9. See what I mean? Gun changes and stuff like that. Now, overall, we're saying it's meh. Now look at here. Here's another thing. Here is the armor. Let's chop off the bullshit. That's your main gun. Look at this whole thing. You have, except the rear end here, over 100 millimeters, and even on the bottom here, 125 millimeters. Side plating, you have 225 millimeters of armor. So angling this armor, you're going to bounce shots pretty good. Which actually says is pretty nice. If we've removed that side plating, you can see though that the citadel is here on that armor belt, but it's pretty thin. You get 50 on the front though, but the sides where the torpedo bulkheads are is only 19. So if you go broadside here, you are going to take some hits pretty badly. But that goes without saying. Your guns, you do have a very good thick of armor. You have 203 on the front. On the sides, again, 203. The top has 152. So you actually have a pretty good amount. If you do aim a little low, you could hit the barbettes, which are 150, and probably knock out the turret. So that is one way you can actually take out these guns. Conning Tower, 250, right there in that structure. But as I said before, the ship actually has pretty decent armor as long as you angle it. And your guns can rotate at a pretty fair angle, but the way that these guns are, if you have to rotate the other way around, it's going to be a problem. Because the guns take, no lie, 46.2 seconds to rotate a whole 80 degrees. So if you got to flip these suckers around when you're in a fight, you're going to be down 2. But at least you have 2 guns. Now the AP shells on these are actually pretty decent. 600 damage. Not bad muzzle velocity, but they're not a godsend. Compare that to Oktyabrskaya, which does have the same rotation and same speed. They're basically the same, if are the same. But the problem is with this ship, the first thing's nice is it's lower in the water. Nikolai, you can see it's clearly higher up in the water. Big blocky, but definitely has way buffier armor. So right off the bat, you are a lot deeper in the water. But as I said before, these guns are fair with some defensible AA. Now Raz, there's got to be something else this ship can do. So you can brawl, but what else you got? Well, the other thing that's unique about this ship is you only have, if you use the, let's see if I have it here. No, I do not have Superintendent. I need to get that next. You only get, with Premium, you only have 4 pair charges. Raz, what the hell is this? Yes, you only get 4 charges, but if you look at the reload time, 20 seconds. 20 seconds to repair. So if you really see these wisely, if you get hit with a plethora of attack, you basically can negate all the major damages of flooding and fire right off the bat and still kick it. Yes, you still got the repair parties at 4 with that reload time at 80 seconds, but at least it's got something. Whereas this sounds kind of stupid. Well, if it is and it isn't. If you use it the right way, at the right times, just like you use a typical battleship, and just be a little more Scrooge McDuck or very Scroogey with when to reload and when to use that repair, you're fine. You're not going to have a problem. If you use it at the wrong time and kind of hesitate or derp it, you're going to screw yourself over for sure. And you're going to be sitting to the bottom of G. Jones' locker. So the way this ship is you have to use it a little more conservative than most tier 5 ships of battleship departments. You kind of wait for the right moment and strike. And if you do that, you're going to be dealing some nasty damage and actually kick it right where they need it. And actually help the team out probably in a position where they need some real good assistance. You're able to brawl for a short period of time, but then you definitely have to pull out because you only have a select amount of these charges. And of course, for upgrades, recommendations, main battery, aiming modification, and damage control. I could also second vote, you could do AA modification, but the thing with this, all you have to do really is just get basic and then advanced fire training. That'll probably buff it pretty damn good. If you want to increase the buff even more, get the manual control AA, because you do have a lot of guns here, I think. Let me double check here real quick. Yeah, you got a lot of 37s to 76s, so actually, no, you can't get manual. Sorry. Scratch that. But what you could get is definitely need to get Superintendent. I would also recommend getting Concealment Expert. That way you can get closer into the enemy before taking the strike. Definitely get Adrenaline Rush. That way you can actually reload when you're starting to become a little more dead in the water. But also, I mean, I really can't think of any other real items. If you really need to... If you're really good at switching between shells, go ahead and get Expert Loader. But for me, I usually use AP all the time in my battleships, except the British line. That's a different story. But Preventive Maintenance is one of my key items. Expert Marksman you definitely need. And Basic and Advanced, so you can buff up that anti-air. Adrenaline Rush, Concealment Expert. And I really can't think of anything else. So without further ado, let's show you some gameplay how this ship is. Okay folks, so we're on the map Shards here, and this is a tier 7 match. So as I said before in one of the previous talks here, I said you are going to get up tiered in this ship once in a while. So don't expect you to, you know, actually kick it and be fair. Now of course this stupid George, tier 7 my ass. What is he thinking? Yeah. That's what you get, buddy. I don't know what he was thinking, honestly. I think anybody here can easily agree with me on that. What was he thinking? So, he's dead. In a quick succession. But as I said before, the ship, as long as you angle the armor, you're going to be fine. But that doesn't mean to play stupid here, because you will get taught a lesson if you don't play the right way here. So I'm making my way over, and of course we're all at sea. Pretty much. There is one at B who just died. So there's no one really defending, you know, B per se, as it's getting captured very quickly by the team here. There goes their kamikaze. So the match is pretty dang close. They lost a cruiser though, so it's 2 destroyers versus 2 cruisers. Now there's another Oktyabrskaya there, and he is in firing range, so I got my shells loaded on him. There he is. And that's so good. And now we just wait for the reload again. And we wait, and then we... Like I said, the thing with this ship is, even if the ship is angled, you're not going to get pinned. But if it's slightly a little bit, you'll see. It's going to bounce. So you're not going to get that much penetration there. Now, that doesn't say without saying if the ship's got low, thick armor like a cruiser, it's going to go right through the deck. However, if it's a battleship with some pretty thick armor, it's just going to bounce. Really, it's not going to hit the target very good. So, I'm just going to let him slide away and pick a different ship, for sure. Know when to fold the cards, so to speak, in this ship. I got enough ships shooting at him, so there's really no need for me to go for him. But I will try another shot at him, because he is retreating, and he's starting to give me a broadside. So, as you can see, I only got 2 guns, and that's because of that rotation thing I was talking about, where the other 2 guns have to rotate all the way around for you to get that 2 other guns firing. So that is kind of a problem, but it also is a keepsake, especially if you got somebody hot on your tail and you have to switch to the other position. Now, as I go through here, I can also point out the maneuverability on this thing is not that bad, but it also isn't great. If you're not careful, you're going to get yourself stuck in some places, because the ship cannot turn on a dime. She really cannot. But when she has to move, she can move. Of course, I tried keel stealing that ship, and look where it led me. Not killing it. But alas, we're just trying to help the team out as I push hard. I have to push. There's nothing here, and there's no point in me going around the flank for one ship. There are other fish to fry. There's a whole half of the team still here. Now, what am I going to find on that enemy team to me to pop a shot at? Maybe that ship right there in front of me you guys can see. But then again, he's nearly dead, so... screw it. Just take a pop shot and see what we get. There we go. At least it's 1 gun out of the game. Now I'm trying to help assist this destroyer. He's trying to retreat. Run, buddy. Run, little buddy. That's really where this ship can shine. You can push up at least in a position to assist an ally, especially this guy. Now, if he had smoke, that would even make this even greater, because I can then just hide in here a couple seconds and then point out the target, and then, surprise, you're dead. But that's not what the case is, what we're doing over here. There's an enemy battleship. Now, there's another October, so we're going to actually pin at him. I'm just going to wait till I get past this island. Now, there was another ship there, but... now I'm like, hold your horses. Where did he go? Now I'm just waiting for him to pop up. There he is. Unfortunately, I did not get enough lead on that shot, and I missed completely. So, again, another reason you have to be careful. Aim your guns, Raz! But you can see that the dispersion on this thing with the aiming mod is a little spray. But it's not that bad. If you basically can counteract that, you'll be fine. And I've finally taken the first lick of damage. Now, I don't know what was up with this Leander, but he seemed to be not popping shots at me until a last second or so. But I was able to get some good DPS on him, and unfortunately, I'm taking a bunch of torpedoes here. And that's right there a point I need to point across. Do not take any torpedoes. You saw how much. It was only 2 torpedoes, and how much health was removed from my ship within 1 shot. So if you can avoid getting hit by torpedoes, please, of all days, Please do not get hit by them. It is not a pretty sight. So now I'm trying to get in here and try to push up again more. Now I'm spotted, and there's some more torpedoes, which... gonna take another one. But luckily, I have that repair very quickly, so I can head back into the game pretty quickly with that. Which means there's got to be another enemy destroyer or something else in the game. Now I'm going to angle my armor to Oktyabrskaya because I don't want to take the next hit. Unfortunately, he was smart and fired high explosive there. So that kind of leaves me at a massive disadvantage. But, on the bright side, look at this. I'm about to have my heat repair come back. But again, I'm holding it because I don't have that many. What the hell? Yeah, that's right. I missed that shot. And there's the kill. Now, like I said, there is moments in this that was complete derp. But I'm just pointing out right off the bat the reasons of this thing's ship's strength and ship's weaknesses. You can get into a position where you're going to able to take a few hits for the team and draw their fire on you. And meanwhile, your other allies can actually get in the position and take the kills if you can't get the kills yourself. So getting cruisers, you're easy. Destroyers, gonna be a problem. Battleships, if they're broadside, whack them, because you're gonna hit them pretty hard with those 305s. But don't go broadside, you're going to get eaten alive. The Citadel is very big and very easy to get hit, and that's pretty much it. And this game's pretty much in the bag. All we have to do is kill that one last ship, and the whole match is over. And just about right about... there it goes. So, thanks again, real quick. You know, I didn't do so well. Devastating strike, only 4 kills. So, it wasn't a great match, but it was a match nonetheless. So, I hope you guys liked this review on October. Overall, do I think it's worth the buy or worth the grind? If you need another tier 5 and it's a premium to practice and hard skills and make yourself a little more conscious of your repairs, pick this up, because then you can be a little more conservative of playing the upper tiers of when to hit the repair button and when not to hit the repair button. Because now you have to be freaking OCD of being very, very careful. And doing so, this kind of shows you how to be a little more wise with your decisions of when to hit that repair key. So, it's definitely a ship that if you really need a challenge, this is for you. If you really just want to be a more of a dirt face, don't pick this up. Go get a Texas or something. They're more enjoyable than this ship in certain aspects. But overall, this is actually not bad ship. Out of 1 out of 10, I give it a good 8, 7 or 8. It's fair, but it's nothing out of the water. It's nothing to say, ooh, oh my god, it's amazing. But overall, it's a fair ship to get. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, hit that dislike button. If you want to see any more of my stuff, please hit the subscribe button down below. I really like those subscribe buttons. And most show, I'm going to keep making these videos and stuff like that, including another one very soon. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, take care of yourselves, and I hope you enjoyed.